Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. If you like making money, I can help you do that. Subscribe to the channel. I'll show you a whole bunch of different ways and how to set up portfolios, approaches, strategies, how to find value. If you like this content, give me a thumbs up. So I know a lot of people, they get very interested in what I think looks good in terms of stocks and whatnot. And keep in mind, this is a financial education. That's all of this channel is. I cannot give advice. This is not advice, but I will show you charts that look good, and you guys can see what I look for in the charts and some of the companies that I would be buying over time. So we'll look at some good charts, what I think are good, decent looking charts, and I'll explain why I think they're good. So I call these good charts. So Denison Mines, and what I look for is I do look for bullish engulfing patterns. And what that means is that this body of this up day engulfs the ones before it. The more it engulfs, the stronger the signal is. And what that means is there's a statistical probability that this is going to go up. Now, sometimes it doesn't go up. So like here, this is a bullish engulfing and it didn't go up. It actually went down more. The more bullish piercings, bullish engulfings that you see together, the stronger the signal. And what you're looking for also are for chart break patterns, and you're looking for bullish engulfings, bullish piercings, hammers, all these types of, we'll call it daily signals that all align with other data. So for instance, this right here comes down and it's a downtrend. Then we have this big up day. We've got a bullish engulfing right here because it's a day that engulfs the one before it. The candlestick body length totally engulfs the one before it. So you come down, we broke the downtrend, and this is what I look for. I would be going long. You get in, you just be patient, and then you start looking for wicks on the bottom. Those are typically good launching pads. And looking for, there's a bullish piercing here. See how it comes down, reverses, goes up, and it's above the halfway point of this candlestick. That's a pretty strong signal. It's going to continue to go up. But this is a bullish engulfing. It's probably going to continue to go to the upside for Denison Mines. Here's Fission Uranium Corp. This one's looking pretty good. This bullish engulfing engulfs the ones before it. Plus, we have another bullish engulfing here. This one looks pretty good to me because we've got this downtrend little pattern that broke, and we've got a bullish engulfing. I think this thing's going to launch higher. There's also a bullish engulfing down here. You can see it. That led to this move, and I think we're going to move up here pretty shortly. So Fission Uranium looks pretty good in my opinion because of these two bullish engulfings and the chart break pattern, the breaking of that chart pattern. Discovery Metals, right here, we've got a bullish engulfing with a wick on the bottom. It's kind of a good launching pad. Now, it came up, and it doesn't necessarily mean that this is just going to launch and go straight up. What it means is this could come down a little bit. It very well could, but it looks strong to me. You know, we've got, I feel like this, it's not really a feeling, but we've got the bullish engulfing here. We've got a wick on the bottom. We've got a contraction of a pattern all kind of come to the tip. Now, if silver takes off, I think this is going to take off with it. It has a good high probability. We've got a bullish piercing here. We come on down, and you just start scanning the entire thing. Bullish engulfing here. You've got wick on the bottom. I mean, it's starting to gain steam. You're starting to see a bunch of up days, all the down days. You can see a lot of down days through here. And then right here, I feel like this thing is changing because you're seeing a bunch of up days. It's like up day, up day, up day, down, but it was a reversal. Like there's a lot of power right here, a lot of strength. Buyers are coming in. They want to push this thing higher. So Discovery Metals is on my radar. Same with MMNGF. When you look back, bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing, bullish piercing, coming up. We got a big move higher and the small pullback with the wick on the bottom. Like this thing wants to launch up to the upside. Obviously, we've got a pattern here. It broke that pattern. It's looking pretty good. If silver can get its act together and move on up, I think metallic minerals is one that you could be hiding out in and catch a pretty good ride. EMX Royalty Corporation. This thing's looking fantastic. We got a bullish engulfing here. You can see that. Bullish piercing there. Bullish engulfing there. Now, obviously, we have some bearish engulfing. It's a big bearish engulfing here. But we got this pattern. It's coiling up. And we got a big bullish engulfing at the tip of it. I like it. This thing looks like it wants to go to the upside. Global Atomic. Bullish engulfing right here with the small pullback inside of it. And then the big move up. This thing looks like it's gonna move up. That's what it looks like to me. Looks good. Strong like bull. Now on Core Energy, this thing hasn't broken yet, but it looks very strong. Bullish engulfing all over the place. And we're coming up, and it's just right on this tip here, coiling up. It's just like buyer versus seller here, right at the tip, and then eventually it'll blow out of this thing, I think. Probably this coming week here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. Maybe we have a really small down day next to it or a big blow through up day. We'll see what happens. Appia Energy looking fantastic. Is this a cup and handle pattern? We've got a bullish engulfing at the bottom here. We got another bullish engulfing. We're right at this tip here in terms of drop from here down, but it's right there. It's like ready to break, ready to roll. Appia looks very good to me. Hecla Mining. Nice big wick on the bottom, coming back up. We got another kind of hammer. We got some hammers showing up here. We saw the big move up and then the contraction back, and it wants to come up. Maybe it pulls back and it does a little bit of, we'll call it a dead period where the buyers equal to sellers and goes sideways a little bit longer before it goes up. But this one's looking pretty. It's got my interest and I'm watching it. Southern Copper, bullish engulfing right here. So one thing that's very, I should say, obvious to me is this is a bearish engulfing, bearish cloud cover, bearish engulfing, and all it could muster was a sideways movement before the bulls stepped in and pushed this thing up. We'll see if this breaks this price level here. We got some resistance, you can tell, but with the wick at the top, so it might come up, come back, and then go. But this one's on my radar. It looks pretty good. TMQ. It broke a huge chart pattern back here. It's a reverse head and shoulders. We can draw on the trend line here. This is a big bullish engulfing. It's gone sideways a little bit, and now we've got another bullish engulfing, and we've got wicks on the bottom. I think this thing's ready to go. I think it's going to pop. At some point here soon, within the next couple of weeks, I think, you're going to see this thing move on up. So it's looking pretty good. UEC, I like this. This is a pullback here, and then right here, bullish engulfing, small pullback. Bullish engulfing, or bullish big up day, small pullback. Feel like this thing's just going to work its way higher. Looking good. Impact Silver, nice good reversal day here with the hammer. And then we got not necessarily a bullish engulfing, but this one's looking decent because of this hammer here. Hopefully we can get some momentum to the upside. If silver goes, I think these, you got to just hold on to them. If you're in them, just hold on. Your patience will be rewarded, and I think this will have an explosive move. Silver, over the period of like April to August, just exploded higher. And it really changed my portfolio because I was heavily invested in it. And then I started moving in August and spreading out some of my money into more oil and gas, uranium, because they were all down and they looked very good. But these things are explosive, so you kind of have to be in them before the move because the move is very fast. This one's SILV. Notice that there's a lot of silver companies that I'm starting to really look at. We have a bullish piercing with a wick at the bottom, which this could be a pretty good launching pad here. Even if this were to come up, come back a little bit, I think it's a telltale sign that the buyers are stepping in and they're like, this is ceasing to go down. I want this to go up. So the buyers step in and they just push this thing on up. Lucara Diamonds. This was a subscriber pick. This one's looking fantastic. You know, we've got this 50-day cross in the 200. It's looking very good. This is looking like a bottoming pattern. We got the volume stepping in here. I'm seeing bullish piercing, bullish engulfing. You're coming on up. bullish engulfing. It looks like this thing wants to continue higher. The move up and then the small pullback. Sellers don't exist. They've got no more power. Sellers have nothing for the buyers here, and the buyers are just going to overwhelm them and run this thing to the upside. Now, here's some Indian banks. I got two of them, HDB and IBN. I just want to show you the patterns, and typically these things go pretty berserk when the dollar's weak and their currency is strong. India has the demographics to really have a expansionary phase in their stock market, to really blow it up. So I think HDB, this chart here, looks like it's about to break to the upside. And we know that the dollar is going to be weak because of an expansionary phase of real estate. So this thing is ready to roll to the upside. IBN already broke out. And you remember about these breakouts, this is on a weekly chart. We may have a pullback, back test, or retest, and then we move on up. But this is looking pretty good to really substantially make a move higher to the upside. And look, cup and handle pattern, maybe it's a little too low. Either way, the pattern, this resistance line here has a lot of resistance. It broke out. And look for the back test. So those are some of the patterns that I think look good. I would say of all of those, some of the uranium companies look the most compelling and the strongest, like Appia Energy, Encore Energy. Those two look very good. EMX looks pretty good for that royalty company. So these are the charts that I'm looking at. These are the companies that are on my radar. Not like I have a ton of money to really do anything with at the moment, as I really loaded up in some of these oil companies and uranium companies. So I already kind of loaded up on all these already. So I'm kind of just waiting, watching, and giving you guys this information if you want to use it. So if you like this channel, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to it, leave comments below on what you guys want to see. Thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.